show on Earth. Speedo.
Oh, good morning, kids. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? It is Monday. It is Monday all day long. Everybody's weekend was good. I think we got some good rest, relaxation. All the kids that the spring break is over, you have my sincerest apologies. But it's time to get back on the horse and get back into it. Everybody has a good week, productive week. Lots of good things happening. So our local school system decided that spring break wasn't enough. And the first day back from what would be spring break is a teacher work day and student holiday. I did not personally check the calendar. Yeah, so I got my boy up this morning at 5 a.m. Get up, get dressed, lunch is packed, everything good to go. Get to the school, waiting for the bus. It's a convoluted way that he has to get to school. We get there, we're waiting for the bus, and there's no bus, and there's nobody there, and nobody shows up. Good morning, T-Rex. Did you make your trip okay? Did you make it safely? Yeah, so after about sitting there for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, I hop on and check the school calendar. First line I see is spring break dates, and sure enough, it ends today. It's return to school. And then I look at the next line, and it's Teacher Workday, March 23rd, 2026. Outstanding. Outstanding. So yeah, I got him up on a Teacher Workday. Life lesson, always check things yourself. Always double check yourself. Don't take anybody's word for anything. T-Rex, I'm glad you made it there safely. Anything today? Let's see what we get. Nothing there. There. There's a binder. That's good. We'll take it. We will always take it. And some string. Okay. Yeah, that was a lucrative hit. So today is going to be... First thing we got to do is go get some gas. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is go see if we can find some concrete, because we got some things we got to build. We're gonna go hit construction, see if we can find some concrete, and then we have got a lot of wood chopping that we've got to do today. A lot of wood chopping. We gotta build some fences. Big wooden fences. We gotta build some of the zombie spikes. So you know, I have mixed feelings about gaming laptops because I'm playing off of a gaming laptop. And when I made the decision to get a gaming laptop as opposed to a gaming desktop, I was frequently going back and forth to more than one location and frequently gaming in more than one location. So I got the laptop. I wish that I had just gotten a desktop because the laptop is passable, but there's so much more that I would be able to do. I have to use a separate computer with a capture card to do the streaming because the laptop will not keep up with the streaming and the gaming. So I wish I had gotten a desktop instead of a laptop. My next computer purchase is going to be a desktop 100%. That is beefy enough to handle everything at one time. Stones. We're just doing concrete today. Just doing concrete. Assuming there's some concrete around to pick up. We may be too late. It is 7:29, almost 7:30. So there's a distinct possibility somebody else is here. And if so, it is unfortunate, but not unrecoverable. There's one. So it's going to be that kind of day for somebody. Yeah, it's so we went to Best Buy Thursday, I want to say, and I bought Doom Kitty 32 gig of RAM for her computer, her old computer, before she got her new one. I bought her 32 gig of RAM, two 16 gig sticks, RGB, whole 9 yards. And I spent right about $100, maybe a little bit more. The exact same thing that I bought her with the same packaging is now almost $400. It is absurd how much RAM has gone up in the past year. Absolutely absurd. GPUs, they've gone up a little bit, but not as much. It is absurd. I was thinking maybe get a loan for a new system and saving for a new system, and now it's looking like I'm going to have to get a second mortgage for a new system. It's absurd how expensive and pricey things have gotten. It is, yeah. It's absolutely absurd. And absurd is the best word that I can come up for. It's just the only other word that I can think of that may be close would be asinine. How much the prices have risen. Yes. It's lost for words. I could think of some other words, but being a tarp creator, I'm not allowed to say those words. So, yeah, we'll just go with absurd. We'll just stick with absurd and let it go. But yeah, that's my personal thing is. But then again, if you buy, yeah, I gotta keep it family friendly. If you're buying a gaming laptop simply to game on the road, and you buy the highest end you can get, it will last you long enough probably to be able to do what you want to do. As long as you're not trying to do any streaming off of it, you're using a low resource program to do recording, things like that. As a main system, I would not recommend anybody get a laptop for gaming. Just wouldn't do it. I can't in good conscience recommend somebody do that. I just ordered a 5080. It sucks how above MSRP it is. I wanted a 5090 or 4090, but with 3.5K. Yeah, it's ludicrous how expensive the things are gotten, and so many people are being priced out of gaming in general. And it's maddening. I've had this laptop for about 3 years, and we're starting to reach the limits of what it's able to do and what it's able to play. GTA 6 comes out, there is no prayer that this system will be able to play that. It's not going to happen. Yeah, you're getting banned. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's a lot of people that would normally game on a PC or play on a PC is they're priced out of it because of the market right now. Yeah, and like I said, if you're doing something like that, as long as you know the limitations, you know that it's not going to, you can't upgrade it like you do a desktop. You're not going to be able to, it's not going to have the shelf life that a desktop is going to have. As long as you go into it knowing that, that's one thing. But trying to trying to do what I did and use it as a main system and do everything off of it. Yeah, it's not going to work for very long doing it that way. It's not going to be a very long-lasting system. Oh, that's good. Yep, it went up. I hope it comes down. I don't know if it's going to. I don't really have a whole lot of faith that it's going to. I think it's just where it's at and where it's going to be. But yeah, it's insane how much everything went up. Yeah, we're getting new normal to death, unfortunately. It's great for the companies, but not so good for the people. I think at some point the companies are going to have to realize that if they want any consumer business, they're going to have to come down or come up with some type of thing to give some relief to the little guys, because just people can't afford that right now. We don't need the gaming community's money, just AI data center money, unfortunately. Well, I mean, they're using the yeah, I could go buy a really good AR for what RAM is right now, like a really good AR. A lot of what the AI is doing.
Gifted heart,
Thank
me.
you, Earl, I appreciate that. A lot of what AI is doing is building games. The problem is they're building games that nobody will ever be able to play because they've priced everything out of people's range. I could build a really good AR, like a really, really good AR for what a desktop runs now. And it used to be the other way around. It used to be that you could get a decent computer and you're going to have to save or get a second or third mortgage for a good AR rifle. But now it's the exact opposite. You're not going to be able to play games. By God, you can build an arsenal. In 2015, I built a top-of-the-line PC for $1,500. Yeah, absolutely. That's what you get. What you get for being janky. This is the Academy Outbreak. It is a 5M server. It is zombie outbreak survival related. So when you first come into the server, you are going to have underwear, you're going to have a baseball bat, you can have a couple of small things, but everything that you need in the server to survive, your weapons, your food, your clothing, you have to find and scavenge everything. You have to find blueprints and build tables and materials to build things that you need. And that's why I'm looking for cement right now, because I need cement and wood to build the gates that I'm going to build. But I'm not familiar with Project Zomboid, but it kind of sounds familiar. It's zombie apocalypse. If you want to check out the link tree in my bio, there's a link in there to the Discord for the Academy Outbreak. Check that out. See if it's something you're interested in. The application is probably, if not the easiest 5M application that you've done, then it's going to be in the top 3. Super, super, super simple application process. 9 questions. Really only one question you've got to really think about. I've heard comparisons to Rust. I've heard comparisons to Ark Survival. What's the other one? DayZ, I think I've heard comparisons to. I've never played any of those games, so I can't tell you for sure if it's even comparable to it. But that's the comparisons that I've heard. Yeah, I've heard people compare them pretty close to that. Ooh, did I get those? I don't think I got those. If you like those, you'll probably like this. I've never been a big zombie or survival game guy. Never, this is the first one that I've done. So, anything over here that I missed? I can't remember if I got these or not. So yeah, to me, I mean, it's a new thing to me. I like it. I enjoy it. I've done 5MRP for at least 3 years now, and it's a nice breath of fresh air. It's a nice palate cleanser from the normal RP grind. You know what? Let's do this. Let's throw this in here. And let's get some more. Alright, Mahoy. Be safe on your trip wherever you're going. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Gregory, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Enough of that one. Good morning, Clown. How you doing, Bubba? Happy Monday.
And then Clone gifted cake slice.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Did you have a good weekend? I've talked to you a couple of times, but overall, was it a good weekend? Resting, relaxing, restful, I guess would be the proper verb to use. It passed really fast. Very, very fast. How was it? Was it as good as the first 6? Yeah, it is. It is kind of just variations on a theme there. I think honestly, I haven't seen one after the second one. I kind of lost interest in them. I don't think there's any movie besides a Star Trek or a Star Wars with more than 3 sequels that I've seen more than 2 of them. And yes, I am that nerd. I am the sci-fi nerd. Plot twist. This one is the highlight. At least they're keeping it fresh. I mean, it's if you're a writer on something that you're in the 6th sequel, you've got to know somewhere deep down inside that you've got to have something that's different to keep people engaged and involved. That's good though. You don't see that a lot. There's
The air
writing.
gifted heart me.
Good morning, Bubba. A lot of movies don't either they're not able to do the plot twist, they don't understand the plot twist, or it's just done so poorly that it's more of a hindrance than it is a help. Get on that. Let's get some more wood. We'll take all that back, and then we'll do it again. It is grinding day. That's rare. That's especially nowadays when there is so much information out there. There are so many leaks for everything. It's good that writers and directors can still surprise an audience. There's so many spoilers out there for everything that it's nice to see that you can still keep something a secret and surprise your audience. Give them a reason to keep coming back. It's only 7:47 on Monday morning, and I am ready for Friday to be here, guys. Taking the kids out for a surprise this weekend. You guys will hear about that on Sunday. They have no idea what or where it is, so they're going to enjoy it. I enjoy doing things like that. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good weekend. We're going to have a really good weekend. We just got to get them back into the groove of school this week. Come on, Timmy. Come on, Timmy. Chop that wood, big boy. Nice. Yeah, I really need to. I need to. I really need to. Alright, when we get done with this, when we get this load and drop it off, we're gonna get a chainsaw blueprint and we're gonna figure out what it is we need to make a chainsaw. We're gonna get a chainsaw. We're gonna see how much more efficient it is. I hope so, because this is tedious. This is so tedious. So very tedious. Oh, don't tease me like that. I'm gonna have to go out and find a taco truck just to put the stuff in. Yeah. Need to empty out my backpack so that I can put more in it. That's a great idea. I'll do that when we drop this off. The only backpacks that I have personally found are the small ones. I haven't found any medium and I haven't found any large. I mean, it's kind of... Oh, yep. Battle axe is toast. Battle axe is toast. Alright, that means it's time. Go ahead and drop that. Move that up in there just in case somebody decides to get frisky. The guys in the crew has a large he found, but I haven't gotten lucky yet. Yeah, I've found 3 small backpacks. I made 2. 3 of them got in one of the raids. So I've got the 2 on me. But I haven't seen any large or medium. I haven't even... Yeah, I've never seen a large or medium. I don't know if there's something that you find or something you get a blueprint and something you get a blueprint and build. But I haven't seen anything other than the smalls. I have no idea. I'm sure they're in red or blue drops if they're found, because I haven't found one anywhere else. I don't know where else you would find one besides them. Those dumpsters are just going to give you materials, and the newspaper and mailboxes are only going to give you blueprints. So it would have to be in a drop. Ooh, we gotta go get gas today, too. Definitely gotta go get gas. I honestly forgot. I was bored last night and I was reading the info stuff here. I completely forgot about blue drops until I saw that last night. I was looking through them. So what the help file says is that the red drops are weapons, fully kitted weapons and equipment. I totally meant to do that. Fully kitted weapons and equipment, and the blue drops are weapon attachments and equipment. And I think ammo in both. I've personally only ever been on one red zone drop, and it was weapons. So they weren't lying to me. No, apparently they weren't. Alright, you know what time it is. It depends on where it drops. Good morning, Bo. How you doing, Bubba? It depends on where it drops. If it's in a red zone, it's definitely kill on sight. If it's in a gray zone, I believe there still has to be some type of interaction um, to initiate conflict. Outstanding. Good. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna have to have some initiation as long as it's in a gray zone. If it's in a red zone, I mean it's fair game, you know. Let's do this without destroying the car. Yet. That's pretty classy. It's not soft, it's just classy. It's just classy. You can do PvP and be a red zone demon and still be classy about it. And that is a classy move. You don't have to be toxic. It happens. I mean, if you're in a red zone, you know, just because you run, that doesn't mean you're safe. All right, 700 wood. We got about 90-ish cement. That's a pretty good start for a morning. Let me see. Do I have chainsaw written down here? I do not. So we're going to have to get a blueprint and figure out where. Act like I'm working in bed. Have a great stream. So thank you, Clown. Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate that. Have a great day. Try not to get zombified by the work. There's that. So where do we need to go for that? We need to go to the big tool bench. Okay. Let's go to the big tool bench and see what we got to find for a chainsaw. Let's see if we can make it without having to repair this car. I don't have a whole lot of hope. Big tool bench, big tool bench, big tool bench. I'm going to go See if we can make it without completely demolishing the car. I'm gonna have to sneeze soon. That's not good. That's not good at all. Probably. I haven't found one, but it doesn't mean there's not one there. Really? Math tables? Huh. So what I've heard, and it's just rumor, but what I have heard is that as far as weapons tables, there is one in every red zone. I know where 3 are. 2 are in red zones and 1 is not, but it might as well be a red zone for the amount of hell that you have to go through to actually get to it. Alright, let's see what we need for this chainsaw. A lot. Okay. I'm gonna have to write this down. Yeah, you can get banned too. You can get banned too. I'm an equal opportunity guy. Alright, we need a diamond. Yes. Well, the one that's out of red, I've told that there's a weapon bench there. I personally haven't found it because I haven't been able to survive long enough to get to it. 2 engine oil. 2 aluminum. 5 plastic. That's the one that I've heard that's not a red zone. So 5 plastic, we need 1 string. We need blue cables. 5 of those. Water bottle. 1. 3 steel. Alright. So, steel and aluminum we're going to need blueprints for. So let's see if we got those. Let's see if we got those. Iron there. Iron, aluminum we need. Should have steel somewhere. If not, we can find the steel. There's a steel. Iron, steel, aluminum, steel. It's actually not that bad. It's a lot of things, but it's like really not bad. It's not undoable. It's not undoable at all. It's very doable. Let's run back to the base, get the things that we can get there. go on a quest. We'll build some chainsaws. And then we're going to have to go out to aircraft carrier and get some gasoline, both for the car and for the 2-cycle that we're going to have to build. I know I've got a blueprint for that. How durable are they? Do they last pretty well? Or is it something that's going to go bad that I need to have a couple on hand? That's good to know. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Very, very good to know. So if I make 4 of them, or 5 of them, there should be enough for everybody on the crew to have one. And they're not going to go bad. And the only thing we have to worry about after that is the food. So that should give us a pretty good, not so much advantage, but at least keep us competitive, if you know what I mean. Doom Kitty has joined us. That's good. That's very good. That's very good. So let's do this. We know that we're going to need aluminum ore. Probably going to need some iron. We're definitely going to need some scrap. I'm going to grab everything that we might need. This. $1,501 gas room. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's try. Yes, 2-cycle I've got on me. Well, let me double check. I say that. Let me double check and make sure that I've got a 2-cycle blueprint on me. The way my luck is going today. So, fun fact, I don't have a 2-cycle blueprint, but we can find one of those today. We can definitely find one of those today. Maybe there's a 2-cycle blueprint in here. Maybe. Probably not, but hey, we'll figure it out. Engine oil. We got aluminum ore. String. Plastic. New cables. Just in case. All we need over there. The rest of it we get to scavenge for. We can do this. We can do this, guys. Today is chainsaw day. Make as many as we can, and then go from there. And then probably after that, tomorrow will be jackhammer day. I may have some stuff at the hotel too. We can farm your stuff pretty easily. Water bottles, easy. A diamond we can get simply. Blue cables we can get pretty easy. That's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Okay. Little car. Got this. Got this. There we go. Big jump. Good morning, girl. How are you doing? Concrete zombie. I don't know where the minefield is. Is there a minefield in this game? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I didn't know there was a minefield here. That's a whole other fun. Oh. I have a temporary base right now near one. We're going to be moving into a much larger base here very soon. that has been gifted by friends of Timmy and the crew. Yeah, I'm like, minefield. I'm the guy that will go out and learn the minefield by blowing himself up, specifically for the purpose of handcuffing other people and dropping them in the middle of the minefield. And then watch. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it feels like a minefield lately out there. 3 times in 6 days we got demolished. That's why we're moving out of that area. Yeah, I'll drop them in the middle of a minefield and then watch them try to get out while eating popcorn. It's not toxic, is it? That's not toxic. That's not toxic. That's just good, clean fun. Here. As long as you're not the one that's in the minefield. Need those. Actually, you know what? For right now, we're going to put all of this stuff in there. It's down here. We need to get gas. We've got to get some gas. So, we put that in there. Bike. And not going out there on a bicycle. No, and we're not going to until we move to the new base. The one we've got is pretty heavily secluded, and it's just kind of a staging point right now until we move into the other one. We've got some people that are going to help us with electrical and turrets and turret placement once we get in there. My goal is by this weekend to be in the new base. Why do I keep wanting to go down that road? There is no outward road. Yeah, my goal is this weekend to be in the base. There's going to be a lot of work this week, a lot of grinding for wood and concrete and things like that to be able to make that happen. So trying to understand the electrical in there. Yeah, that's why we've got somebody that is graciously offered to help us with that is a whiz at it and knows it like the back of her hand, so she's gonna help us. We've done nothing with any of that stuff, so. The plus side is the generators in this game run off of diesel, and you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a diesel gas tank in this city, so fuel for generators is going to be super simple. Super simple. How good are the batteries for using solar? For using solar, how good are the batteries? How long do they last? Because there's a lot of fog and a lot of thunderstorms in this game that keep the sun from coming out. I'm curious how does it last long enough to use solar panels and batteries, or is it going to need to be augmented by by generators and windmills and things like that? We're good. We're not going to have, I mean, the only thing really that's going to draw any power for us is turrets. So it's not like we're going to have a whole lot to do, you know? Hey, get away. Go away. Go away. Hello, Gerald. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Begging J gifted heart me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, always. Good to see your... Oh, good lord. Geraldo. Oh, you said good morning and it made me tired. That sounded like a personal challenge, Bailey. Ooh, headache. Big headache. Check and see if there's any,
Notorious Chai. Streamer gifted heart me.
Jay, good morning, Bubba. How you doing? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Oh, no, that's not what we need. We need a 2-cycle blueprint. We'll find one. We'll find one easily. Fire Guy, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Jugs. That. You know what I don't have? I don't have a steel kit. Don't have a steel kit for this. Ah! My guy, if you
Hello.
want that, it's all yours. I don't have a steel kit for it.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering, do you know how I can get the upgraded hatchet and pickaxe?
I don't think there's an upgraded pickaxe. You can find battle axe blueprints. And then once you find them, I think it's 1 iron and 3 wood to make a battle axe.
Okay, copy that. Are you interested in some, let's see, what was pipe bombs, smoke grenade, and a grenade or something like that?
I'm good right now. The only thing that I'm really missing that I need is a 2-cycle blueprint.
What blueprint did you say?
2-cycle fuel.
Ah, no, I don't got that. I got car tire and rifle ammo and some stuff like that, but I haven't found that yet.
Yeah, it'll come up eventually. It's just a matter of looking. But yeah, if you want that vehicle, I don't have a kit for it. If nothing else, you can at least drive it around for the day.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Anytime. Be safe.
You too.
Okay, what did I miss? Every morning. Get tired. Look in the mirror again. Jay, I do not. I use Streamlabs desktop for everything. Everything comes out of Streamlabs desktop. TikTok Studio is very resource intensive for me. So it doesn't really... It's resource intensive, plus I can't really use the scenes that I like to use for the look that I get with Streamlabs. So I just use Streamlabs for everything because the scene transitions, the backgrounds, the different screens, it takes care of that for me, and I don't have to spend all the time that I would with the TikTok Studio. I think TikTok Studio is more robust and better for certain things, but I use Streamlabs for everything. Well, one, I don't have a siphon, but two, I'll leave it for that guy. Let him have it. He seems like he's kind of new, so let him have something to drive around. If he's find a steel kit, then he can take it with him. Thank you for the rose, Jay.
Beginger J gifted rose.
I'm very lucky in that I've had now 2 vehicles given to me. There are a lot of people that don't have any of them, so it's hard for an independent that's new to this game to get started right now with everything that's going on in it. So if I can give them some a little extra boost, then I'll do that. None of these bridges have totems on them. Are they cleaning them up? Because every bridge out here did have a totem on it. It's at one point. I don't know what that means. But if you've got a steel kit, you can still make it your own and garage it, right? Oh, that sucks. At least you'll have something to drive around for the day before it poofs. Good morning, Cleve. Took the blockade down off the bridge for now. You can go across. Thank you so much. If you guys don't follow Cleve, he has some of the best character work and character development in this server. Thank you for the like. He has some of the best best character development and character work and voices in this server. 100%. You should go follow him. And check him when he's live. Check out his videos. It is absolutely worth it. Dude, you do some really, really funny things. Really funny things. So, definitely worth the watch. Definitely worth the follow. Go check him out. Let's go see if we can become fish food. Is there any Zerdon? Yes, there is a Zerdon, so... if the sharks get us, at least we'll be able to be helped. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that.
Beginger J gifted rose.
Thank you so much. All right. No fishies, no fishies, no fishies.
Beginger J gifted gold boxing gloves.
Gold boxing gloves. And the GG.
Beginger J gifted GG.
I appreciate you, man.
Beginger J gifted
Oh,
GG.
no. Is that a boat or a shark?
Brett gifted horseshoe.
Golden horseshoe. Nice. Thank you so much. And I got 2 coins from the game. Outstanding. Thank you. Alright, so this looks like it's a boat, so there's going to be other people here. Let's hope they're friendly. If not, then we're going to get wiped and... yeah. It is what it is. I haven't had that. You know, that's a great idea. Alright, there's no drops in this area. So we're just going to go in and make it known that we are there for gas and gas only. There was a boat out here. I'm almost positive that I saw a boat out here. Almost positive. Let's just get what we came for and get out of here. I am not seeing things. I know that it was either a big shark or a boat. And now I'm kind of thinking that it was a big shark, and that scares me because I don't want to die. I'm actually more scared of the sharks than I am the people. Which, granted, in this game is probably misplaced, but still. I'm definitely more scared of the sharks than I am the people. I can try and talk to or reason with a people. I can't do that with a shark. Fire Guy, I'm sorry I missed your first time chat. That a base car, you can't keep that one. Yeah, that's what they were saying. I thought pretty much any car that you found, as long as you had a steel kit, you could take it, but apparently not. Which is a bummer. An absolute bummer. It is what it is. If that's the worst thing that happens today, then we're going to be doing good. Cleve, thank you for the double follow over on Twitch also. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, if you haven't followed, do so, because 1, it makes the numbers look good, and 2, it gives you a notification when we go live so you can come in and hang out with us. Also, share the live, share the stream. If you think that there's somebody that would enjoy the content, absolutely share it with them, get them in here, let them hang out with us. Thank you for the share. I appreciate that over on TikTok. Thank you so much. Let's see how many of these we can get. What do we have? We got 31 more. We'll see. We'll see how long the spirit moves, how long we stay here for that. There is a bunch of crates for ammo, and if there's not anybody here, I plan on hitting those as soon as we get done with this. But right now, I need gas worse than I need ammo, unfortunately. I was given a revolver last night, and I didn't even know that revolvers existed in this game. I'm an old guy, so I like wheel guns. I am definitely going to find some ammo for that and start carrying it. Love my wheel gun. I'm old enough. Nice. I'm old enough that when I went through the academy, we qualified on wheel guns. That's how long it was that I went to the academy. I love a wheel gun. There is nothing more reliable than a good old wheel gun. You don't have as many rounds, but by God, when you pull the trigger, it's going to fire. Love me a wheel gun. They make good get-off-me guns, too. There has got to be. I'm trying to think of places. Yeah, Cleve, it's definitely safer than the military base. I have been looking for days now, all over the map, to try and find gasoline. I have found an untold amount of diesel, but finding finding gasoline. Sorry, I got distracted a second. Finding gasoline is just I haven't been able to do it. I haven't found anywhere that anybody has said that there's gasoline. Okay, now that you guys are back from an ad, I can say what I was saying. We've been looking for days trying to find gasoline in the city, and the only place that I personally have been able to find it is here. I've heard that there's some in the Sandy Red Zone. I wasn't able to find it. I have heard that there is some on the military base. I haven't gone onto the base to look for it. This is the only non-red zone gas that I have found, and there has got to be more gas in this city. Now, I do know, I saw the other day that there's a second aircraft carrier that is anchored off the south end of the city, down by where the docks are. So probably at some point I'm going to go out there and see if it has gas also. Yeah, it's the only non-red zone that I found. Good morning, Sleepy. How you doing, Bubba? Good Monday morning. There's got to be. There's somewhere there has got to be. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's got to be. There's got to be somewhere. There's got to be. Somebody hasn't found it yet. There's got to be gas somewhere. I'm holding out hope. One day I'm just going to stumble upon something and there's going to be a safe source of gas somewhere. I'm holding out hope. The map, second aircraft carriers below the Academy. Yep. A math table in the city. So I found multiples for every bench that I've looked for, and I haven't. You told me that there are multiple math tables. I haven't found one yet, but again, I'm not going into red zones and looking for them. Pull up the map. Second aircraft carriers below the Academy logo. Yep, that's where I saw it, down here. Because I was down in these islands here fishing. I would assume, just because of how this game works, that it's the exact same aircraft carrier with the exact same stuff. Oh, Oh, okay, that was you. Thank you. Dude, I don't know if you were watching yesterday when you did that, but me and everybody else was sure, positive that I was about to get rolled and killed when you guys pulled up. We all thought that you guys were about to just absolutely demolish me. Yeah, I thought that you were about to absolutely just destroy me. I didn't know who it was. It's not personal. It's really not personal. It's just didn't know who it was, and I'm always gonna assume that somebody's gonna try to roll me and then talk my way out of it. But well, I appreciate it. That stuff got promptly put into a secure safe that people can't get to. Have not went into the red zone to find a car yet. Today has been grinding. So we got gifted a very large, very sturdy base last night. And the only thing that we've got to add to it is the wooden fence outside and the turrets. So today has been all about grinding, getting the things that we need to make that happen, because we're going to try and be in that by the weekend. And then once that's done, I think cars are probably going to be the next priority. Cars than weapons. Because if we've got decent enough vehicles, then we'll have a better shot at getting weapons. That's my thinking. Yeah, absolutely. One day we'll meet up and we'll go red zone car hunting. Well, first you have to come into the game. You have to fly into the city and be there. And then you can start looking for cars. Love you, buddy. It's not my fault you're the only one on the West Coast. It's not my fault. I am currently, due to schedules beyond my control, I'm currently up 5 days a week. Why did that just fall? That's weird. I'm currently up at 5 a.m. 5 days a week. So, let me see if I can reset this thing. I'll be right back. Hang out real quick. Okay. Camera reset. Good. Whose fault is that? School board, supervisors, things like that. Yeah. But it is what it is. I'm in a unique position right now that I'm able to do that and able to help with other people who have to get up that early. So I'm thankful that I'm in the position to be able to do that. It just means that I go to bed early because I'm up early 7 days a week. I may take maybe next Monday. I may take my next Monday and sleep in. That's the one day that I would be able to do it. I may do that. So we can blame you for getting hit. We can blame it on you then. We can blame that one on you. No, there's nobody to be blamed on. It's just one of those things. It's a part of the game. If you have a base, there is a chance it's going to get hit. Some of them get hit. Some of them get hit a lot. Some of them don't. It's just, it is what it is. The only way to avoid it is to not have a base, and the only way to not have a base is to be independent and keep everything that's valuable on your person. And you're not going to have a whole lot of fun in this game if you do that. You gotta have a place to store things. It is what it is. It's not anything that we can't recover from. Nothing that we can't recover from. It's a pink.
You're on the ship.
Oh, that's
You repaying?
I haven't seen anybody. There's somebody down here. Huh. It's D. Pink Misfit. Out here doing God's work. We'll make it an even 30. And then we'll go up top and see if we can find some ammo. There's stairs. Nice. That 9mm ammo, I believe, will work in the revolver. That's good. Everybody else has pistols, so... Molotovs, I typically find in the huts, I guess they're called, that you see in the intersections up on top in the green boxes there. That's where I typically find the Molotovs. I like doing zombie barbecues, which yesterday absolutely bit me in the tail because I wound up barbecuing myself. But for today, it's going to be for a vehicle and for once I find the correct blueprint, the 2-cycle fuel, because we're going to try and build a chainsaw. We're going to go down here, make sure we check all of these areas, and then go up on top deck and see what we can find. There's usually a bunch of ammo up there too, and there's a couple little huts in here that you can get into. The light is correct. Get into the sail. There's some things up there. I'm not missing anything over here. I would really love to be able to take those bombs apart and use those explosives. daughter is up playing Fortnite, so you may hear the sounds of a 13-year-old girl who is into her game. And I'm okay with that. I think it's awesome. I love the fact that I have kids that are gamers. What's down here? Oh. Hey, she likes Fortnite. That's her. She likes Fortnite. She likes Minecraft. She'll play Battlefield and COD on occasion. She enjoys those. If that's her jam, then that's her jam. I'm not gonna judge somebody for playing a game that's not my cup of tea. She likes it. It keeps her entertained and engaged, so more power to her. Oh, I'm sure they will. I hope so. Yes, I did my skills yesterday, and we already got all of this, so we can go up in the sale. I got everything in... everything in crafting is done except for bodybuilder and survival. I've still got to do expert, scavenger, and field medic. Ooh, better drink some water or I'm going to die out here. Start at the top and work our way down. Side. Yes, there is. Oh, I don't want to go up there. I'll be able to search all those crates. Any luck, we'll be able to see where we need to go. Oh, that's it. That's everything. That's a pretty good haul, though. 77 rounds of 9mm. 30 rounds of shotgun. Got this stuff that we can give to other people. That's a pretty good run. I'll take it. I will take it. We got 30. Well, how many? We only got 5 more. Let's go ahead and fill it up. Let's just go ahead and fill all the cans that we got. Get it done. Get it out of the way. It's not going to take that much longer. Then we'll see if we can outswim the sharks on the way back. Thank you, Cleve. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for coming by. Have a great day. The other Jay has joined us. Good morning, Bubba. Be the third Jay, I think, that hangs out in here. There's the OG, Gerald. And then you've got Young Jay, which was in earlier. And then this is Young but not as Young Jay, I think. Just came in. I mean, you're in Miami. You got options, my guy. You got options. 34, we got one more. You've got options. I know what I would do. One thing that I always do if I'm in a city that has an MLB stadium is I will call, especially in the off season, because you got a better chance of doing it. And it's still technically the off season because they're not in the stadium; they're at spring training. I like to call the stadium and see if they have any tours available. That's just me, because that's my bucket list is visiting all 30 MLB stadiums. I love baseball, and that is in my bucket list. Have they already? Is spring training over? I went off the wrong side of the boat, didn't I? Yeah, no, I'm going the right way. I just can't see the land. Oh, well, sometimes they'll still do tours. But yeah, I mean, you're in Miami. You've got options for entertainment. Why do I feel like I'm swimming away from land? Typically, I can see the land from here. Well, I mean, yeah, it's the Angels. That's going to happen. That's like saying that we got waffle stomped by the Yankees. It's going to happen. Oh, I'm hoping it's fog because it's freaking me out. Oh, I gotta go to the right. Significantly to the right. Like this way. I think maybe I can see something through the fog. Yeah, okay. Now I just got to remember what bush it is that we parked the bike in. That's the next challenge. Where's the land? That freaked me out. I thought I was lost at sea. There's the point. Alright, we're not lost at sea. We really should have marked. Oh, there's a significant likelihood that I'm just in general lost. We should have marked where the bike was. It's going to take us forever. Alright, so where did we go off? Somewhere over here. Somewhere over here is where we went off. It was in a bush up this way. If it poofed, I'm going to be angry. Angry. Where's the boat? I think it would be farther over here. There's one of these up here. It was on this side of the road. I'm way too far away from the water. The water's right there. Aha! There it is. Ha! We found it. We found it. Alright, now we go here. Not doing that. We're going right here. Go this way. What on earth? Creative map usage. We've said we can use the bridge now, so see if we can get through this way and save us a little bit. Actually, you know what? We need to do that anyway because we need to find some blue cables. Real quick, like. blue cables. I need to take a nap here real soon. Blue cables. Let's see if I can find a couple more. Yeah, we do. Need a lot of things. Any more of those? Let's just find some blue cable. Oh, red cable is good. A lot of metal scrap today. We weren't finding very much at all the last couple of days. When you're looking for it is when you find it. When you're not looking for it is... Yeah, it was. I moved everything to a safer location this morning. Yeah. The thing is, when you need a little bit of everything, you can't find enough of anything. Like, the one thing we do not need right now is toolboxes. By God, we're finding them left and right. I mean, at some point, we're going to need everything. So, need one more blue cable. Just one more. There we go. Okay, we're good on that. Let's take this route back, because it's significantly easier than trying to navigate all the crap on GOH. Ah! That was almost bad. Let's go chip the paint. it back in one piece. Here, so we can keep an eye on it. Here and take a nap. Nappy nap. Yep. The pause that refreshes. I've got to be better about checking that. Thank you for the share. I appreciate that. All right, we got our empty water bottle. Needed. She does not look happy. Our fatigue is good. Give me just a second. I need to take care of something real quick. Hang out. I will be back in like 2 minutes tops. You know what the bad part is? You have my phone number and you can text message me to tell me things like my microphone is still on, but you would rather just make fun of me. But that's okay. I do love my kids, and I'll tell them that every day, every chance I get. What was I going to do? Oh, I need to see if I've got anything upstairs that will help with the quest. If that's the one thing that you guys hear that you're not supposed to, then I am winning at life. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I see how it is. I see how it is.
You have reached floor 2.
All right, 213. Ooh, we're on one in front. Good job. Let's see. We're going to need a diamond. There, put that there. We need diamonds. So we've got a diamond. Let's check stuff off. We got we got engine oil. We got plastic. We got string. We got blue cables. We've got a water bottle. We need aluminum and steel. And 2-cycle. We can figure out the 2-cycle. We need aluminum and steel. All right. Over there, move that over there. That over there. But you're still my small arms guy. That's okay. Always going to be the small arms guy. Okay. I want to double check because I thought for sure I had a 2-cycle blueprint. I know that I've dropped 1,000 of them the past week. That's shotgun ammo. Nope. Nope. No 2-cycle blueprint. We're going to have to go find one. So first we need to figure out steel and aluminum. And those are both done at the smelter. Okay. Oh, we're the wrong way. Alright. Let's go get everything that we may need to get out of the car for materials for aluminum and steel. And then we'll go to the smelter and we'll make those. And then we will make the chainsaw and see if we can find the 2-cycle. So we need. I'm just gonna grab all this stuff. And we'll figure out what we need. Smelter. We need to keep that. Yes, Green surprised me with that the other night. After the other one got stolen, they called me up when I was in and I didn't take a picture of what I need. I haven't been to the smelter to figure out. As far as the chainsaw, I'm old. I write things down. Honestly, I tried to give that away the other night, and they wouldn't take it. So I really don't know. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, Jay, you can't say you don't want something and then ask for it later. That's not how it works. What other one? I haven't found another smelter. It's the only smelter that I know of. I know where the saw table is next to Legion. I know where the second tool bench that's next to Legion, next to the red zone is. I don't know of a smelter over that way. I'm gonna have to get out and start looking then. But then again, we're only gonna be there another week tops, so. But it'd still be nice to know something on that side of town. And I get to hang out with people here. I've always had good interactions in this grotto at this smelter. Always had good interactions. Some of them have been weird, but all have been good. And I think that's Ellie. I'm not positive. Kick it! And I'm sure the other one doesn't have lounge chairs that Timmy can hang out in. Yeah, they definitely don't know about it because, well, I can't say they don't know about it. I don't know about it. And I'm kind of dumb about stuff like that. She will hit you with a pickaxe. She will 100% hit you with a pickaxe. And not feel bad about it. In the least, not feel bad about it. Yeah, it's the downside is there's no such thing as a blueprint for a pickaxe that I've been able to find. You have to spend the coins to get them. I think there's one downstairs safe base. Thank you for the share, Jay. I think there's like almost a brand new one, the downstairs safe at the base. Actually, you just need to get the pipe blueprint, make some pipe, and take it and some iron ore or aluminum, one of the two, to the bench and repair the pistol. Significantly easier than getting the 60 coins to buy a new one. Significantly easier. What was I doing? Big tool, regular tool bench. Given the coins, yes, it's going to be easier to buy one if you have the coins. We're kind of coin poor, so let's see what we need for this. For aluminum, we need aluminum ore. We got that. For steel, we need iron and metal scrap. I think I have iron. Yeah. No, I have iron ore. So I'm going to need to make iron. And then I can make steel. Alright, so let's do this. Go ahead and throw that in there. I found one today. There's two, I think, in the downstairs safe. Come on. Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of coins. That, we need that, we need that. So the first thing we're going to make is iron. Do a couple of those. Make aluminum. Once that's done, we can get the iron out and put it in the thing, and then we can make steel. Then we're going to go make a chainsaw. Or two. How many of them we got parts for? TikTok, you're getting the short end of the stick as far as visuals on this. I mean, granted, the big screen version on the purple app is not that much better, but at least you get to see what's going on with the timing and things. T-Rex, with that many coins, you need to be donating to the Save the Timmy Fund. We'll start walking around with that sign that says, "Bet you can't hit me with a coin." Take this. Take this. Here. Stupid thing. Take this out. Take this out. This in. And we will craft. That's an even worse look. Craft 5 steel. I was wondering why everything was so quiet. I'm about to find out what that looks like. in about 30 seconds. Oh. Start doing yoga. See just how quickly I can wind up in the ER and what kind of copay that is. Thanks. Good to know you've always got my back, Jay. Good to know you've always got my back. Test that out. Blueprints back. You always have. You always have. I think that's Ellie, but I'm pretty sure she's in her head, so we're going to leave her alone. And then, okay, so we need to do this one. That's not where our chainsaw is, but we can put these back in. Chainsaw is the big tool bench. Big tool bench it is. Oh yeah, forgot that. Serbian bad guy stole all my money, please help. Nice. Nice. Now I want to know what the rest of them are. That's the one. I wanted to say coin instead of quarter. Need money for beer. At least I'm not. Well, yeah. I'm doing that. Console burst again. Need money to fix. Yes. That one right there. Right there. There we go. How many of these are there? Oh, there's only the 4. Okay. I might have to start using that one, T-Rex. That's funny. I like that one. Really? Is it really, or are you just trying to get me killed? Good to know. Very much an exploit, but good to know. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sure that would hack some base raiders off. All right, here's the test, kids. They left good blueprints in here. All right. Diamond. Engine oil. Aluminum. Plastic. String. Blue cables. Empty water bottle. Steel. Alright, see if it works. Those, what are you referring to as those? Itchy eye. All right, let's see if we got a chainsaw. Now you're gonna make me wait. Two. It gave me two. Mass production. You doubled the output. Heck yeah. Outstanding. All right. Now all we need to do is find. Some two-cycle. I'll leave those, because if I left something in there and it wasn't there when I came back, I'd be kind of hacked off. All right, let's go put all of this in the car. Then we are on blueprint duty. I'm not that guy. If it was something that I needed right now, then maybe, but just as a matter of course to do it, I'm not that guy. The apocalypse is hard enough without people swiping things they don't need, you know? We launched this bike right into that car the other day, so let's try to avoid that. So what's funny is the first city that I was ever in, I was a cop for BCSO. And I had a guy, Gerald, it was SAP, that was trying to teach me how to ride a motorcycle and get qualified to ride a motorcycle on duty. And I never could get it. It just didn't, I couldn't get it to work. And now I use that thing all the time. All the time. It's locked. Alright. Everybody out of the pool. So here. How did I know what? Cannot store chainsaws in the vehicle, so apparently chainsaws are weapons. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm jealous. I am jealous. But that's actually a really good idea. We may go to the pool this weekend. Glen Kitty's sister has a pool, a really nice pool. So we may go hang out in the pool this weekend. So if there's anybody here that has... Yeah, that's... Fish fornicate in it. I don't like the ocean. Excuse me. Hello? I don't mind the salt water. It's I don't know. The beach to me is just, I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I wonder if he's in the newspaper. Hello.
Hey, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Question for you. Do you have a 2-cycle blueprint or any 2-cycle fuel that you would like to trade for something?
Let me go up and check in my apartment. I might have.
That would be awesome.
Okay, be right back.
I'll be right here. That would be ideal. Ideal if he can do that. The question is going to be, do we have enough gasoline to make 2-cycle fuel? Because we've got 30 gallons right now. Or am I going to have to go hunting jugs and swimming again? That's going to be the question. That's good to know. That would be very unfortunate if I wasn't. While we're here, I mean, it doesn't need to be repaired. It's good. Yes, I've got engine oil both upstairs and I've got some in the car, both. Curious why they saran wrapped bodies. I mean, I know saran wrap keeps things fresher longer, but I think body bags would be better suited for that. Okay. That's good, because I think I've got at least 20 upstairs, I believe. That's good. That's very fortunate that I got the...
No, I don't, buddy. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had one.
That's not a problem. If that's the worst thing that happens to me today, it's going to be a good day.
Exactly right. Oh,
All
I
right.
appreciate. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. That's not a problem. I appreciate you looking for me. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good one, man.
You too. Be safe. Go up here and ask her. Or him, I'm sorry. Excuse me, sir. Hi. Do you happen to have any two-cycle fuel or two-cycle blueprints that you are willing to get rid of? All right, buddy. Good talk. I don't know if he's just not talking or if he's talking and his voice box is jacked up. Let's go look for blueprints. Start right here. I have faith it will not take us long to find one. Got some pipe. We can use that for repairing weapons. Advanced grill. We can cook bougie stuff. A mask. All right. And a yield sign. That's always good to have. Okay. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, so bring the bike to a full and complete stop before bailing off of it. I'm just glad I didn't hit the box. Would have been bad. We slipped. Nothing. Nothing. Truck tire. I would say we're not stopping until we find it, but I'm not going to say that because with the luck that I've been having lately, then I would be here till midnight looking for a two-cycle blueprint. Hunting bait. Because that was the only one that had a search thing on it. The little red ones and the blue ones in this part of town aren't searchable. This little red one here, it's not searchable. It's only the big one. We are going to check and see if there's any toys up here for us, though. Ellie?
What's up, Timmy?
Hey, I thought that was you.
Hey.
Do you have any 2-cycle or a 2-cycle blueprint you're willing to get rid of? Oh my god. You are my favorite person.
I heard you at apartments. I was like, why didn't he ask me, man? I was right
I didn't
there.
see you. I saw you over at the smelter, but I didn't see you at apartments.
Yeah, I was in my head over there, though. I don't blame you. I was actually on the roof, but I heard you talking to, like, some guy by the tents.
Yeah. You're awesome.
I was
Thank
like,
you so much.
You're so welcome. I was like, he probably didn't see me.
I
don't actually blame you.
I didn't look up. I had my blinders on. I was
like,
looking for people down below.
Yeah, you're good. I was like, I have one. And then
Thank
you left,
so
and I was
much.
like, I have to find him.
Thank you, babe.
And then I saw your pink shirt
Great
when I
gifted
walked
finger
out.
heart.
And I was like, but he's going so fast on a bike. I must. But then it's weird when you chase someone.
Say again?
I didn't want to, but then it gets a little weird when you chase someone. I didn't want to like frighten you also.
Yeah, I do get a little skittish sometimes.
But I was like, maybe if I don't just run straight at him, he won't get nervy.
Well, we just made our first chainsaw, so I'm going to go try and make some 2-cycle fuel and see how good they are. See if they're worth the hype that everybody says they are.
Oh, it's worth it. 100%.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Is there anything that I have that you need?
No, I'm good.
Actually, you know what? I've got something for you. Hang on.
I hope you enjoy it, honestly. Oh, ooh, heck yeah.
You can get something out of that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Enjoy the...
We will. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Alright, let's go back and get the engine oil. Oh, do I need jugs to put it in, or does it go into the gas jugs? I should probably stop and get some jugs. Put it in. Ah, okay. I think it's definitely going to need a repair. We got 26 engine oil. So we'll do 20. We'll do 20 of the 2-cycle, and then the rest of it, we'll keep the other 15 gallons for car fuel. So that should give us 20 2-cycle. Awesome, awesome. Math table. Math table. Math table. Math table. Stab city. Stab city. Stab city. Right. Good deal. We are almost there, guys. We've almost done it. I gotta get a flashlight because you can go into that room up there and there's stuff in there. I just don't know what's in there. So I've got to get a flashlight and go in there and explore. I got to find what I need to find is a weapon light for my shotgun. Tomorrow we're going to see if we can build some pipe. And then repair some weapons. Let's see it. Boy's back awake. Good morning, country boy. How you doing, Bubba? All right. Math table, here we come. Oh, woosah. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Huh. Anytime I have emote questions, T-Rex, it's going to be you that I go to for that. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. It's been a good day. We built our first 2 chainsaws. We're on our way to Stab City to try and make some 2-cycle. Try and make some 2-cycle for it. See if we can move into the at least the 19th century. Yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of a quest day. We went out to the aircraft carrier. We got a bunch of fuel. We've been scavenging around, making iron and steel and aluminum and all that stuff, and trying to figure it out. I think I'm gonna have to take a day or an evening and just make a bunch of iron, a bunch of steel, a bunch of aluminum, that kind of thing, and just have it on hand. You'll just find a shoe blueprint and you'll find slippers. Dude, I gotta be awake to do that. It's gonna require a lot more caffeine than I'm currently imbibing a day. It's gonna require a lot more caffeine than I'm currently intaking on a daily basis to do that. I've actually cut back a lot on the amount of caffeine. I'll have the little bit of coffee that I'm drinking now, and that'll pretty much be it. Or I have my 2 monsters, and that's the extent of my caffeine for the day. I don't drink it like I used to. Yeah. Let's see if we can get through this without getting rolled. Let's see if we can do this without getting rolled out here. Alright. 2-cycle fuel. That over there. Item stash. We're gonna need that, and we'll see how much we can get. Did I leave anything here? Nope. Neuro energy and focus gum. I may have to look into something like that. Country boy, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a couple of days. You doing good? Crew doing good? Saw you were briefly last night talking about your evals coming up, so hopefully that goes good for you. I hope that works out for you well. Let's see. What is neuro energy and focus gum? Oh, that messed up leg is a bum deal, man. That's why I medically retired. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it goes well for you, man. I hope it turns out the way you want it to turn out. That I had to go through that process. It's not the same process that you had to go through, but it's very similar in a medical retirement out of law enforcement. And that was a year and 7 months from the time I was injured until the time that I actually officially retired. So it sucks. It really sucks. Extra strength, energy, and focus. Clean ingredients. What are in the clean ingredients? A bunch of vitamins and things that I can't pronounce. 100 milligrams caffeine per piece. 100 milligrams of caffeine per piece, not recommended for children, pregnant or breastfeeding women, and persons sensitive to caffeine. Now I can't get pregnant. Always trying to keep a guy down. It's always something. Always something. I'm gonna bookmark that. I'm gonna need to look into that. I need something. I have mints. No, it's just peppermint and spearmint. Ugh. Ugh. But they are gluten-free. It's just coffee. It's just ground up coffee. Don't make too much 2-cycle. It weighs a lot. Oh, good to know. Good to know. We'll drop it out here, and VA is kind of a pain filing because you have some people over a couple of years. I get that. I get that. I see where they're coming from on that side. But it's an unnecessary pain in the rear for the ones that are actually hurt and actually need it. It's rough. I don't want to let me carry 80. reached. Okay. Well, we got 80. That'll work. It's a pain. We understand why, but at the same time, it doesn't make it any less of a pain in the rear. Got one of those. Gonna keep that. Got one of those. Okay. We survived the math table and going out to the carrier in the same day. That's pretty good in my book. That is pretty good in my book. Let's go. Let's go get the car. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go there, but we're gonna stop and we're gonna test this chainsaw. There's some big trees. We're gonna test this thing out. On one of those big wooden pallet things. Those big stacks of wood. So, do I just put this in there and then use this? Is it just use it in my pockets, or? There we go. Whoa. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. It's 1-2 cycle per second. Oh, you just hit the reload button. Okay. That is 244 in like the 10 seconds that I used it. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, we're gonna have to find some more stuff, like stacks of wood or something like that. Oh, nice. You can remove it to use on other machines. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the carrier because I'm gonna be making a lot of that. A whole lot of that. I bet you there's wood over there. Bet you there's wood over there somewhere. Is that wood? Nope. Yeah, I'd rather just get on the bike and leave. Bye-bye. That is awesome. That is awesome. Let's do this up here. Oh, it's empty. We ran out of fuel. Alright, how much did we get? We got another 67. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Alright, we gotta find more 2-cycle blueprints. That is awesome. I am a believer now. I am 100% a believer. That is sick. Oh, that is so fun. That is so... T-Rex, you were right. You were right. You and Country Boy, you were 100% right. 100% right. What do you mean? What blue part? This part down here? Oh, it will definitely help. I used all of the fuel. Yes, I did use all of the blueprint. The problem is I didn't stop quick enough, so I think a lot of it was lost. I'm going to have to remember to do 1 or 2 and pull it just to make sure. But the blueprint's dead, unfortunately. But I come across those a lot looking for blueprints. So, yeah. That is so awesome. And I can imagine the jackhammer is just as good on rocks as that is on wood. That. And the metal saw for metal scrap. Yeah. Okay, I'm a tool guy now. I'm a tool guy. Or yeah, I'm a tool guy now. You guys convinced me. I'm a convert. I am definitely a tool guy now. And once we decided to actually get the stuff together and make it, it really wasn't that hard to get everything together. It seems like a lot because it's a big list, but it's actually not really hard to gather the stuff to do. It was fairly easy. We'll find it. We'll find it. We'll definitely find it. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Thank you for helping me do that. Talking to me. The gifts, the shares, the subscriptions, the follows, the likes. Thank you for all of it. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow morning, going to be pushed back a little bit. Rest of the week, we're going to be starting at about 8. 8:15. Thank you. 8:15 Central Time, about 9:15 Eastern Time. We're going to be pushing back the rest of the week. We'll get started. Rating out, my boy is on. If you guys would be so kind as to show him some love, I would greatly appreciate it. You guys made his day yesterday. When he saw the 25 people jump in there, it blew his little mind. He was over the moon. Thank you for that. We're going to rate out to him tomorrow morning, 8:15, 8 o'clock, somewhere in there Central. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And thank you for being good to my boy. I appreciate that. He's new. He's getting started. Any encouragement that he can get